Welcome to episode 1 of the official season 1 of the Ghosts and Ghouls podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, and with me, I have the captive, cryptid, conjugal visit coordinator himself, my co-host, Anthony. If you're new here, this is how this works. I'm going to read him a fictional scary story about a monster, extraterrestrial, paranormal entity, ghost, ghoul, undead thing, where we've removed the name of the creature from the story and replaced it with descriptions, and then he gets to guess to see if he knows what it is. How many have you gotten right? Couple.
Maybe 3.
If anything, you've been close on a couple too.
Yeah, I
kind of skirted around a few. But after he guesses, we're going to go into the history of the creature, any kind of sightings, kind of this lore, where it came from, kind of drop our own conclusions on some of where it came from. We'll look at its use in pop culture, and then a little what would you do scenario if you had to face this thing off. And then if we're making a movie, how we're going to direct it, what the story's going to look like, any kind of casting options, you know, stuff like that. So,
just want to take this quick second to say, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, and go ahead and follow us on our other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram. Also, for any kind of podcast listeners, we are on everything, aka Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music, Audible, some other weird sites that I don't even know of. So yeah, we're everywhere. And also, just to officially say, once again, this is season 1, episode 1 of the Ghosts and Ghouls podcast. Can't believe it. I love it. So
that makes 2 of us.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. We've done a lot.
Absolutely.
We've done a lot of changes in, what was it, 18 episodes? Now this is technically like 19 episodes. 19, we've done a lot of changes.
We are going to look back on this and be like, what the?
Okay. So just a quick little thing. Season 1, this is how we're working it. We're going to focus on a region. Like whether it's kind of like continental, like North America, South America, Europe, stuff like that. And we could potentially even narrow it down a little bit further depending on how much lore there is, how many creatures there are. But
I'd be surprised if you do it like climate-based.
Climate-based would have been cool too. We might save that for a later season.
Sick.
Kind of go through a couple of these things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just so you know, we're going to be focusing on one area, which will be revealed after Anthony here gets his 3 yes or no questions to figure out where we might be, what we might be talking about in his shot in the dark guess.
So we are region based now.
We're going to be region based now.
Oh Lord, I would love to.
I would love for you to get the yes right off rip.
Okay, simple. This is clearly such a simple thing. We are we in South America?
No.
Ooh. I thought we were going to be doing that, you know, since the first episode was in South America.
Episode 1, the Mononagal?
Yeah.
Was in the Philippines in Asia.
Oh. It was my fault.
I'm sorry.
I could have swore it was like around where like Cuba and all that stuff was, you know? Like a little bit below that,
but you gotta go across the Pacific.
My fault. Okay.
We're still on this 19 episodes later.
I'm just gonna take that back. I'm gonna go ahead and take that back. That's my take back.
Okay.
We are. This is. I have 3 questions. We are in Europe.
No.
I feel like I need to find it first. North America.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, does this creature... Is this creature bipedal?
Yes.
It is.
It is.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to say it's in North America, it's bipedal. We've already done that. We've already done... You know, I'm just going to throw a random one out there. I'm just going to say
Go ahead. I got to get this ready. Go ahead. Random one out there.
I'm just going to say an alien.
Nope. Gotta get my tinfoil hat ready for this one. You'll understand why here in a moment. This is gonna be a callback.
Not the Mothman.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's not aliens. All right. This story is called Quiet Wings. The disappearances started after the tunnel reopened. 3 months of blasting had chewed a new passage through the Cascades, and when traffic finally flowed again, the town of Slate Ridge celebrated with banners and cheap fireworks. 2 weeks later, a surveyor vanished, then a trucker, then a pair of hikers whose car was found idling at the tunnel's mouth. Doors open, rain pulling on the seats. I was sent to catalog wildlife impacts, a paper assignment, they said. Bears displaced by construction, cougars driven closer to roads, that kind of thing. No one mentioned the sound. On my first night, I heard it from the motel parking lot. A thin, tearing shriek that echoed off the mountains like metal ripping under pressure. It wasn't quite an animal call, too strained, but the sound, it lingered, vibrating in my teeth long after it faded. And the locals, they pretended not to hear it. At the sheriff's office, the missing persons board had photos pinned in uneven rows. Every victim had been last seen near that tunnel. Always at night, always in a fog or rain. No blood, no signs of struggle, just gone. You believe in bats? The sheriff asked me, not looking up from his coffee. Of course, I said. He finally met my eyes. Big ones. I laughed, then stopped when I realized he wasn't joking. Down at the tunnel, I noticed the claw marks first. They weren't from blasting equipment. They scored the concrete in shallow arcs, too wide for a bear, too deep for anything with talons meant for trees. High up near the ceiling, black smears stained the rock, grease and fur. Black smears stained the rock, grease and fur, and something darker. Guano, I told myself, large colonies could. Something fluttered overhead, not a flock, one body, heavy enough to push air down my neck like a sudden breath. That night, I reviewed old records in the town archive. Logging accidents, cave-ins, a mine sealed in the 1920s after workers complained of wings in the dark, and voices that came back wrong. A folklore clipping from a century ago described a man-shaped thing with the head of a cave bat that dragged livestock into the mountains, leaving only hooves and silence. Someone had scrawled a note in the margin. It listens. The last clue came from a recording pulled from a missing trucker's dash cam. The video was useless, fog and glare, but the audio played clean. Rain, an engine idling, breathing that wasn't the driver's, then a high, keening cry that spiked the meter and distorted the sound, followed by a wet, rhythmic thump, thump, thump. I returned to the tunnel at dusk, recorder running, headlights cutting through the mist. Halfway through, the engine of my car died. The silence was total. Even the rain seemed to pull back. And then I heard it moving along the ceiling, claws clicking softly, patiently, as if counting steps. A shape peeled itself from the darkness ahead, tall, fur-matted, wings folded like cloaks, its head tilted, ears twitched, mapping every sound my body made. I understood then why there was no blood at the scenes. It didn't tear, it didn't rush, it waited for you to go quiet. The recorder captured my breathing, the slow scrape of claws on concrete, and finally the sound of wings opening wide in a space too small for escape. They found the car the next morning at the tunnel's exit. Engine cold, doors closed. On the ceiling above it, new marks had been added. fresh arcs in the concrete leading back into the mountains where the sound still echoes on wet nights, listening for anyone who drives through without knowing when to stay silent. All right.
We like fighting Batman or something? Like
It sounds like it a little bit.
I was thinking of a giant bat, as the story said.
This is close.
Trying to think what else can be like that. I hate you and these like government conspiracy theories of genetically enhanced creatures.
Get ready.
No, I don't know. Yeah, my thing would be Batman.
Like Owlman,
like an actual
or
Batman,
or Mothman.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That would be my guess.
I'd give you 33% on that guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sure.
I'm gonna give you 50. This is Bat Squatch.
I'm so mad.
All right. The description of this thing.
Yeah.
This creature is said to have yellow eyes, a dog-like muzzle, blue fur, sharp teeth, bird-like feet, and leathery bat wings that span up to 50 feet. In addition, Bat Squatch is said to be roughly 9 feet tall and has the ability to affect like car engines, like anything mechanical around it, like anything electrical, it can shut it down. Okay? So, this is where this thing comes from, because this is a fairly newer thing.
Oh, okay.
This started in 1980. Okay?
Oh, that's not okay.
Sightings of this creature began in 1980, shortly after the eruption of Mount St. Helens. So if you remember in history class, in Washington State, Mount St. Helens erupted and blew debris hundreds of miles. Right? Reports from this period describe it as a monkey-like creature with red eyes and wings that flies through the plume. So it was actually like trying to escape the eruption. Okay? So then we fast forward 14 years. In April of 1994, Brian Canfield was driving in Washington's Pierce County when his truck suddenly died. Canfield said a large creature landed in front of him. He said it was human-like, 9 feet tall with bat-like wings, and also sported a coat of blue fur. As Canfield's reports became well known, a series of reports followed. A person named Butch Whittaker reported that he was in a private plane in the vicinity of Canfield's encounter when the Bat Squatch, and he encountered it flying next to him. Okay. Second one. 1998, a driver of a truck hauling logs in northern Oregon reported a collision with Bat Squatch. The Bat Squatch seen at this time was described as roughly 15 feet tall with purple eyes and with purple eyes and nose and smaller wings. Okay. 2009, near Mount Shasta in California, several hikers witnessed a huge creature with leathery wings spanning roughly 50 feet fly out of a crevice in the mountain. At first, an eyewitness described the creature as having a head similar to a pterodactyl. However, upon reconsideration, the witness claimed it was more akin to the flying fox bat. So kind of like that dog, canine-esque.
Okay. I'm curious on how they do reconsideration.
Okay. In June 2011, a gentleman going by Phoenix Terza was in his yard walking his dog when he went to pick up the dog, when he saw something flying through the sky, and he said the following, quote, "I saw something flying in the sky. It had bat wings, blue fur, and had a face similar to eyes glowing red. It was about 9 feet tall at least. After I watched it, it just flew away." End quote. On April 14th, 2014, at Archbishop Hoban High School in Arkin, Ohio. Remember Ohio here. A second period Spanish class spotted a giant black mass zip by the window of the classroom at incredible speed. The class claims it was about 9 feet tall with a 20 to 30 foot wingspan.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I really don't know what to say about this. Like, there's a lot of sightings, which is crazy.
I'm telling you, right now.
Okay, you're saying the government.
It's the government. I got my tinfoil hat on today. It's the government.
I don't think it's.
So here, this is my workaround for this. Okay, this is my reasonings, because here we're gonna protect him. This is my reasonings for it. He looks like a dick. He looks like a robot's dick. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. We need to name him.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Comment down below what we should name our skeleton here. All right. So, Mount St. Helens erupts. Okay.
Right. First sighting of this.
Okay. Hold on. We're gonna.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Have you ever heard of the guy named Bob Lazar?
Yes. Yeah.
The alien dude?
Yes.
Where did he work?
He wasn't it Area 51?
He worked in an underground lab.
Yeah.
Where they were trying to reverse this alien technology, right? So according to him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have underground lab.
Okay.
In Mount St. Helen. Explodes in the eruption. Bat Squatch gets released. Right?
Right.
He's the second one.
Hold on though.
He's the second one?
Wait, where did he work?
Who, Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, because
he worked on government. He worked in government facilities.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is like your theory is that he worked there.
No. I'm not saying that he worked at Washington. I'm saying Bob Lazar worked in underground laboratories for the government.
So you think it's just one of the labs?
One of the labs erupted in the explosion. Bat Squatch gets out.
Yeah.
Right? Bat Squatch being a derivative of Mothman. It's got the big wings. It's huge. It flies really fast. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people report glowing eyes. He's out. Right? And then people start seeing him because now the wildlife in the 14 years is coming back after the decimation of Mount St. Helens exploding. Right? After the volcano explodes.
Yeah.
So everything's growing back. He's able to return to the known area, and now he's traveling. But this is the kicker. Ohio.
Okay.
Where is Ohio located?
You're asking me.
Right next to fucking West Virginia.
I see where you're putting. I see where you're.
I'm pretty sure the bridge goes between West Virginia and fucking Ohio.
Okay.
The bridge that collapsed with Mothman. The harbingers of doom. They're out there. There's 4 of them at least.
Like the 4 horsemen?
Almost. So you have Bat Squatch, Mothman, Owlman, and then the Russian Mothman.
Honestly,
theory.
That could just be Mothman. For, Russia,
It could just be our Mothman traveling.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went from Washington State to Oregon to California to Ohio.
Actually, that one could have been Bat Squatch.
Could have been.
And then it came back like after the 14 years.
Yeah.
And
But that's the thing. Is like, dude, we're seeing it. We're seeing it more and more and more and more and more. Sighting. I'm telling you, man. It's a government. It's a government fucking. What do you want to call it? Not a conspiracy theory, but it's like it's their. Oh my God, why is this word escaping me? They're working on these things. I'm telling you, they're either aliens or they're doing some kind of weird like. Look at what the fucking CIA did with like all the drug introductions and like using prostitution to weaponize it.
So are you considering like genetic splicing?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, they're putting it together and they're making these things and some of them are dying and then some of them are living and they're like, what the fuck? Oh, it's still alive. And so they're like science and then some kind of crazy something happens and they escape. And then they're just off fucking around in nature and then they're like, what are we gonna do? Kill it?
I will say this. This is a good why it would be like a bat squatch, in a way, because of bats use echolocations, which is just high frequencies.
Yep.
So if you're amplifying this creature of being a giant thing.
Yeah.
And if it uses like echolocation or any kind of high frequency, I can see why it affects mechanics.
Yep.
You know, like that's all you have to do. Like I think that's what an EMP is.
Probably.
It
It's
just
electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, it just messes with like a lot of the
electronics.
The frequency.
Yeah.
That's
so
all you
I'm telling you. So that's what they've done is they might have done this where they had super stealthy Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Right? They caught him. And then they're like, what do we put him with? He's got to be super stealthy, but he's also got to be able to fuck up shit at range. Put him with a bat. Bat Squatch.
How much you want to bet? Like, we could say all that, and it'd be crazy to think that it's real, or just like everybody who's encountered it was just high.
I don't think so.
Just
like you're telling me a second period Spanish class at hold on. Let me read the name of the school again.
They don't
Wait,
know.
hold on. Archbishop Hoban High School.
Yeah.
Second period Spanish class. You think they're just like they're all in there the whole second period and the teacher are just high as hell? It's like 30 people. They're all doped up. I mean, there could have been a gas leak, but could you imagine if that was like the harbinger of doom and then like the school exploded?
Oh my gosh.
Like, or collapsed, or there was some kind of horrific accident.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also thinking, I'm like, maybe Bat Squatch, another harbinger of doom, right? Akin to Mothman, was there for the Mount St. Helena explosion because it could feel it. Just like the Point Pleasant, the bridge collapse, and the Russian hotel collapse.
I won't lie.
Apartment collapse.
This pisses me off so much about these stuff.
Why?
Like about these sightings is because it's always the people who are not actively looking for it or have the equipment to deal with it that you know see it.
But it's a government. It's a government. It's
a
government splicing program because now they put it together and it's stealthy.
No, because it's always the people who don't have the equipment, not looking for it, that just like, oh look, it's flying in the air. Oh wow.
So supposedly, supposedly, there are pictures of this thing.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, oh wow. You know,
well, you also got to remember, dude, we for the longest time we all didn't have a phone in our pocket.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that there's people who are not like, you know what? If like, okay, today I'm gonna go catch me a bat squatch.
But see, that's the difference between the millennial generation and then your generation.
What? That has nothing to do with generation.
No, it does. Because here's the thing: if a fight breaks out, you're pulling out your phone.
No,
I'm getting in the fight.
No, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. You're not making sense.
That totally makes sense because you got to think it's the old heads that are out there doing all this like, you got to find Sasquatch, right? They don't know how to operate this stuff. They might think they're taking pictures, but they're not actually taking pictures. The lens cap is still on.
That's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at that the fact that the people who are not actively searching for this thing, not even wanting like, I don't know what a bat squatch like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're the people that see it and be like, yeah, I saw this thing, this weird creature. When you have like these experts who like, supposedly experts that go out searching for stuff.
Thank you. Because,
allegedly experts.
Have you seen the experts?
Yeah, I've seen some.
We're gonna do a watch party. We're gonna season one's gonna take off. We're gonna do a watch party with our viewers. We're gonna get you all into Discord. We're gonna do a watch party and we're gonna watch like the Bigfoot encounters, like the guys that are out there chasing Bigfoot, and we're gonna critique these guys.
Supposedly experts, but either way, they go out and have the equipment of like, guns, tranquilizers, cameras, infrared, all this stuff, and catch nothing.
But do you think, hear me out, do you think because the government let these fucking things out, right? Stay with me. The government fucked up. So the government, we have also found out that the government has been funding some really weird shit. In the last few years.
Yeah.
Do you think that they could potentially be funneling money into these shows to make it seem that they're not real? Tinfoil hat theory.
Actually, I would more believe that they would fund people who are just actually dumb. You know, and yeah,
but that's the thing.
But like they don't.
Here's all the equipment. Here's all the shit. They're in this area. Go find them. But they're not actually in that area. Yeah. They're just like out there fucking off in the woods, jacking each other off. Yeah. And it's like,
yeah,
you're not even remotely near where this fucking thing is.
Yeah, I have a side tangent of it, like the Curse of Oak Island. Like, are you serious? You're telling me you got like 9 seasons of that thing and you still haven't found a curse? I'm waiting for a curse to happen. I'm waiting to find the treasure.
I'm still waiting for these Bigfoot experts to find fucking Bigfoot.
that's one thing too.
How many people?
Bigfoot,
how many fucking
seasons?
How many footprints have we found? How many fur samples have we found? How many this have we found? How many that have we found?
Oh,
but it's
100%.
But hey, if the government knows about these things and they're like, hey, we're funneling these things into Mount St. Helen into this research center,
yeah,
and we're splicing them together because their DNA will accept it because they're the missing link of whatever evolutionary chain, and we can just put wings on them and teeth in their face and they just fly off and we give them echolocation, they can go fuck off and like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, I can see it.
It's like sharks with laser beams on their head.
I see. Where did this come from?
You know what I mean? Like it's the government. They're just doing whatever the fuck they want. But I'm telling you, to me, this is exactly how it seems. The government put them together. The government fucked up. They let them out, and they just run around doing whatever they want. They could be fucking immortal. We don't know.
How much you want to bet that it, like, even then, like, they didn't. Actually, you could consider that they fucked up, but it's more of they didn't anticipate, like, oh, this thing is actually, like, insanely strong and it got away.
Yeah.
You know, or just caused the explosion or caused some type of...
Yep.
They could not contain this thing.
They couldn't contain it, so it blew the doors off. Yeah. But I mean, it could have been one of those things where it just overloaded the reactor, like the security protocol. The security protocol is eruption. And that's what blew it up.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Saying.
Like, fuck, we gave it too much. We gave it too much of the juice, and now the juice is loose. And what happens? And then we got to wipe everything. We can't let the public know that we're creating these things.
And yet it still got out.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
But then the thing's flying around, fucking all doing whatever the fuck it wants. It finds its cousin, the harbinger of doom, Mothman, in Arizona or in Ohio, in West Virginia, and they're just fucking off together. They're breeding, they're making babies. It fucks off and becomes Owlman in the UK.
We don't.
I'm telling you, man. Unless they're all dudes.
Unless they just fight each other to the death, because I would see these things as being like territorial. Maybe that's why they killed each other off, and we're just like, oh, yeah.
Maybe they let like 3 dozen of them out, and they just have killed each other off.
I don't think they would let that, man. I don't even. Nah. All right.
Yeah, but that's my tinfoil hat theory. It's the government. They did it. They fucked up. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And then you have the Bohemian Grove where they're worshiping that big ass owl, right? We tried to splice one with an owl, and that made Owlman. We tried to do it with a moth, that was Mothman. We tried to do it with a bat, now we have Bat Squatch. It's like,
I got nothing to say on that. No comment.
Look, legally, if I ask you, are you part of the government? Like, you got to tell me legally if you're like a government spy coming to get me.
Legally?
Isn't that what they always say? Are you a cop? Legally, you got to tell me if you're a cop. And it's like, no, they don't. Like,
I don't have to
that's
tell
undercover investigations.
So anyway.
All right.
Adam.
What's your banana? I'm just in cuffs on the floor. Oh no! All right, so pop culture. There wasn't anything.
That is amazing.
Which is crazy. No, it's a newer cryptid, but it's because of the Squatch name, it is overlooked because of Sasquatch,
and probably because of Mothman. Like, oh,
yep. because of those two, it really kind of falls in between.
Dang.
It has appeared in popular TV shows like Monsters Across America. You're funded by the government, we know. You're hiding them. We're coming for you. It is featured in the popular trading card game MetaZoo, Cryptid Nation. And Bat Squatch is also the name of a popular beer produced by Rogue Brewing in Oregon.
Oh.
I was trying to find some, and we're on the other side of the continent, so.
Oh.
It makes it very hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the 3 things in pop culture that I could like actually find about.
That is absolutely
anything Bat
insane.
Squatch. Now some people have said it's akin to the Ahoon, which is basically like a gigantic vampire bat.
Yeah.
So take that with a grain of salt too. You kind of start getting into this kind of weird, like, could be vampires, could not be. I would do backflips if it was vampires, though. Like, if he was actually
Because
like
I could have sworn there was like I was curious on what the correlations from like vampires and bats. Because theoretically, like when you look at the history of it, there was never.
So I think the correlation between vampires and bats for this little side is the feeding at night. Like the nocturnalness of it, because the vampire is technically weaker in the sunlight.
Like fangs.
Yeah, the feeding at night. But like you do have vampire bats that actually do drink blood.
I didn't know that.
If you look into like Stoker's Dracula, like he can command wolves, rats, bats, things like that to maneuver himself around.
Okay.
And those are kind of like the kind of like his spies. Like he can see through their eyes because they are
familiars.
Kind of the familiar-esque.
Okay.
Yeah. I recently watched the first Lord of the Rings movie, and it's kind of like the crows that Saruman uses to see through and like scout where the Fellowship is. Kind of like that. Same kind of power.
Noise.
All right, you ready for this scenario?
Absolutely.
Okay. You driving. It's through the wonderful Washington State, the curvy roads, the big redwoods, everything.
Yep.
You're making your way down, and you go through a mountain tunnel. You remember when we went to West Virginia?
Absolutely.
Remember the mountain tunnel?
Yep.
Okay, you go through one of those. You're the only one on the road.
Okay.
Your headlights catch a fog on the other side. You can see the trees blowing in the breeze, and something dropping from the rock face ahead. So you're coming out of the tunnel. You can see fog, like low fog, and you see something come off of the cliff face, like drop off, right?
Right.
It hits the road on all fours right in front of you. Massive black fur, soaked, stinking. It stretches its 50-foot bat wings out. It's got a bat-like face. You can see its teeth, glowing red eyes, ears twitch, and it looks right at your car, and your car dies. Boom. And it's just like coasting towards him. Start pumping the brakes. It furls its wings, gives itself a beat, and it starts flying at you. What are you gonna do?
So my battery's dead.
The car's dead.
Shoot.
I know, right? This is the other hard part. Because Washington State isn't very friendly on the old Second Amendment. Because places like Seattle. So.
Ooh, I hate reusing an idea.
That's fine, dude.
I
Do what
hate
you gotta do.
reusing an idea, but I think I might have to. I'm curious on how bats react to like sudden like lights or flashes.
Okay.
I would hope. No, I was thinking about my phone.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe my phone could probably work, but if it's like a sonic like EMP type, yeah, like that'd be done. I'd be curious if I have like a flashlight. I wonder if that would work too, but I think the best thing that I could probably do. A lot of people would probably say staying in the car would probably be safer, but I'll be real. I don't think it will.
My whole thing is like, huge wings, and it just like takes off and it starts to fly at you. And I'm like, if this fucker gains enough speed, and then like, oh my god, just like tucks wings and just like kicks through my windshield and just like pins me to my, you know what I mean? Like just goes through my windshield to get me. Like just kill me now. Like you got this like. You got this 300-pound bat 8 that's just getting ready to just molest you. So it's like
I'm gonna get the bat, right? I'm gonna get the bat, and I think the best thing to do is get out of the car, because staying in the car with that thing is like it's not good, because you're in one area.
Yeah, you're
right.
Confined.
You're isolated. You're gonna you're gonna lose. Especially like you said, this thing gains speed like that, and then we don't know how strong this thing is, so it could very well just rip off the top. Know? But my thing is, if I can get out, go towards the tunnel, back into the tunnel. I'm gonna have to go into that dark ass tunnel, but there's gonna be emergency lights because I know they have emergency doors. I would try to make it to there. To make it inside like the ventilation system, but the biggest and scariest thing is fighting this thing off while it's trying to like swoop at me. Yeah. But also it would kind of limit its flight if I make it into the tunnel. If I could dodge the first like
barrage, like the first swoop,
and if it starts landing down, I'm immediately like sprinting this thing. Like this thing is, I'm Usain Bolting. I don't think you understand how fear makes you run, but that's the best motivation. There's no way I'm gonna survive this thing, right? I mean, alone, no, I don't think.
See, and that's the hard part. Like, obviously, if I'm in Washington State,
right?
Like, I'm up there camping. Like that's one of the only reasons I'm going to Washington State.
Yeah.
Like the Pacific Northwest. It's beautiful. I want to go see it, but it's like I want to backpack. I want to do all that kind of outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have my hunt knife, my camp knife with me, and that's gonna be the first thing I grab. Right. I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna roll under the car because I'm gonna try to limit how like if it lands on top of the car, I can just start like shredding the talons on its wings, like just getting at whatever I can. If it lands and then tries to get under the car, I'm just gonna start knifing at it whatever I can, right? And hopefully that'll deter it enough. Okay. If I roll out of the car and it swoops me, then I'm just going for like eyes, nose, groin. Like that's basically all I'm gonna do.
Absolutely.
Like if it grabs me, I'm going to try to kick it square in the fucking dick. Or you just noonday witch it and you just throw that ass in a circle.
Why is this your fallback plan?
I don't know. It just seems like the most like
it's not a logical thing to think about.
Me throwing it in a circle, me throwing it back.
That
thing's gonna be flying at me and it's gonna go, oh no, and it's just gonna over the mountain. It's gonna get the car on the other side of the mountain.
Wow, never. Yeah, flies off.
Like, dang, white boy ain't got no fucking rhythm. Like, gone.
Can a white boy get some motion?
Yeah, like, can this guy get any kind of rhythm in that ass? No, unfortunately not. I was not blessed with rhythm. And it's just like, nah. It gets to me and then it just opens my car door and is like, get back in. Like just go. Yeah. It does this little like echo sonar thing. My car starts right up. He flies and gets me gas so I can just get out of there faster. He's just like, go. Just get out of here. I don't want to see your ass. Like, go.
Sees me coming down the trail. Just like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
This
one looks like it'll put up a fight. The other one just gave up too early. It's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, I'm going for the tunnel ventilation thing, I believe. I don't know exactly what it is.
The emergency.
Yeah, I believe there's one at like both ends at the entrance and then one in the middle or in between, like a couple, but I know there's some at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I would go for that first because that seems like the only best place I could go.
I mean, I respect your decision.
Like, there's nothing else I could do. I mean,
I'm just gonna,
unless I'm in there and then it just turns the doorknob. It's like I would be like, I would freak.
It just gets right on the window, just like click, 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 click. It's just like,
I think I would be so scared because knowing how.
Did you watch Weapons with Us?
No, I did not.
Oh my god, dude!
I still haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna describe a scene. Okay. It's one of the most unsettling scenes in cinema that I've ever seen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies parked. I'm not gonna explain any of the characters, but ladies parked outside of a house, right? Like monitoring this house.
Okay.
Falls asleep, right? Door opens. It's just the two, like, sides of the front door lights are on, right? Inside the interior of the house, completely pitch black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silhouette staggers out onto the. I'm getting goosebumps. Staggers out onto the
Porch.
the steps.
You're right. Yeah.
Holding what looks something metallic, right?
Okay.
And it like zombie walks towards the car, right? And the way the lighting's done, you never see who or what this thing is, right? Gets to the car, looks in the driver's side window, but it's like chest down that you're seeing, right? And then it stumbles past the car. And you're like, holy fuck. And then you hear the trunk open. And then you hear like a rustling. And then you just see a hand come through and it grabs a lock of her hair in these gnarly like shears and just snips the hair. And then it fucking leaves. Dude, could you imagine fucking Bat Squatch blasting your car and you're just like waiting for emergency services and your fucking trunk opens and you just look behind and this fucking 250-pound fucking behemoth thing is just crawling in your back seat to get you?
No, at that point, what I'm doing, opening it up as I hear the trunk, I'm gonna wait a second and then boom, open up and then go behind and then just start
just breaking its ankles. Its feet are just twisting every which way as you're just crushing its
ankles. And then
ankles.
I'm running. I'm not stopping. I'm running.
And it's howling.
Yeah, I'm running. You're not. No, I'm not stopping. Like.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's?
Bro, we gotta watch Weapons together, man. Weapons are so good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use my camp knife as best of my ability. I'm probably trying to get out and get under the car just to limit its reach and my defensive possibilities.
Movies?
All right, movie time.
Oof.
So you said you had an idea for a movie.
I did. I don't know if I'm gonna use it here. I don't know if it would be good for this creature or not. But. Okay. I have been watching a lot of there's been a lot of different movies that have just not done well with live action nowadays. And
are we talking like,
I don't know.
Are we talking like adaptations from?
I think adaptations from different IPs.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was just like, it would be cool if we switch it up to where we start, because I also noticed that a lot of the anime movies have actually done like really well. Like Demon Slayer sold box office levels like okay, to where they're now starting to like, oh wait, anime movies are making money, right?
Great.
Listen, anyway, instead of this being a live action, I wanted this to be more of like an animated one, and I wanted it to be like a fantasy animated, you know, like how was it Mox Mechanica, the D&D?
Oh, the Legend of Vox Machina.
Vox Machina. Sorry. Yeah, I wanted it to be like that almost.
Okay.
But then you like the creature that this is doesn't fit well with it because it deals a lot with modern technologies, you know.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't know, because I wanted it to be in like a fantasy world, like medieval times.
Dang, I don't have the newest monster manual here.
But of course, the time I wanted it to be in medieval times, it's a creature that's like modern. So
I mean, but you could you could use it in medieval times and have it be like a weird witchcraft like blend of these two creatures, and then have it like maybe it's not affecting technology, but maybe it's affecting people with the like the supersonic like screeches and stuff like that. It can be debilitating. You can have it like it screams at you and then your eyes explode, just and look, oh, and you're just bleeding out of your eyes. It's just destruct you.
Yeah, I could, but I don't know.
Well, I got an idea if you want to think on it.
Go ahead and
Okay.
go.
My movie idea, I'm doing a documentary style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's kind of like The Office but serious, but it's based around a government facility, right? So you have like a guy starting, and it's like level 1. And then like through time, he starts progressing through like a couple different levels, and then he gets to like research and development, and then the black door. And it's like, well, what's behind the black door? And they're like, oh, you got to have like XYZ level clearance, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he works really hard, and he gets in there, or curiosity gets the best of him, he gets in there. And then that's when he sees like Cabin of the Woods style, like all the cubes in this warehouse, this underground warehouse. It's all these cubes, and there's all these fucked up creatures.
Okay.
You have the Mothman. You have the giant fucking Mongolian death worm. You have Sasquatch. You have Bat Squatch. You have like X, Y, Z, like everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And
I see where you're
then
going with this.
and then he's like, oh shit. And like the one that he fucks with, unfortunately, is Bat Squatch, right? And then Bat Squatch gets out, detonation, everybody dies except for fucking Bat Squatch that gets hurled out of the explosion, and it's the explosion of Mount St. Helen.
Honestly,
So like hyper mystery, right? Hyper mystery, like what the fuck is behind the black door? Blah 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 blah, and then it's like boom. But he's hearing things, and they're like, I almost want to make it like telepathic, where these like creatures are talking to him because he's like open to it, and it's like maybe he's got the fucking fillings in his teeth and he's getting the chatter, but it's like,
oh, wait, make it more like so because this is a little bit more modern time, right? I'm assuming technology is a little bit up there.
well, I would have done it for the like 80s time period.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I was thinking because like you could have like, well, you could still do it too, to where they had the just a headset, listening
Yeah.
to music or whatever, or just something playing in the back, you know, and it starts like the frequency of it's changing and it's like talking, and
All
it's
talking through the frequencies.
Yeah.
So it's like changing radio stations, and it's like, hey, you, Mr. Man, I
yeah,
need
exactly.
to escape.
just,
I like that idea a
and
lot,
just
actually.
like messing with the frequency
Yeah.
of it. He's like,
Yeah, but I think that's like kind of the whole thing is I want it to be like, maybe not even documentary, maybe like telling this guy's story, but it's like he has a supervisor who is part of the Black Door Project, and like he's like, all right, Andy, I gotta leave you here. And he's like, well, like, hey man, like we just started, like I'm still working on XYZ. And he's like, yeah, but like as he like progresses through the story, like he starts like seeing all these different like weird code words, and then he starts like maybe he's like a hyper like a genius, and that's why he's been kind of like brought into this project.
yeah,
Can't talk about it, can't do this. So it's like his home life is deteriorating because it's like, well, what'd you do at work today? He's like, I can't tell you. And it's like, well, why can't you like you just don't share anymore? And it's like he doesn't share anymore because he's uncovering like just like layer after layer
Yeah,
after
'cause
layer
he's just
after
hitting those
layer after
clearances left,
layer
right.
after layer.
Yeah,
And
right,
it's like,
right.
dude, like, but then he finds out like a lot of these like the Black Door experiments are like prisoners of war that they've brought back from like Vietnam, World War II, and they've fucked with them genetically and made these creatures, or from previous have brought them over to see how the creatures react to XYZ,
right.
you know. And then it's like, then he gets the clearance and he's kind of like in there like looking and doing all this stuff, and then it's just like, fuck, we fucked up. And that's like Bat Squatch's thing. It's like Bat Squatch is not only like it's big, it's fucked up looking, it's all stitched up, you know, like think of like if you took like a bear, a man, and a bat and just mashed them all together, right? But he looks at it and there's like intelligence in the eyes, and then it's like, you're the one that's been talking to me through the radio. You're the one that's been doing XYZ. And it's like,
yeah.
And then it's like, I gotta get you out of here. And then it's like, get him out, and then but like the second he opens like the door, like he immediately murders his supervisor. Like the Bat Squatch just goes insane, just like starts killing people,
Just
starts
starts
opening other crates and stuff. So it's like a cryptid mayhem, and then he just like books it out, and he's able to get out just in time as the mountain erupts and everything. All that concept and all that research and all those things are erased from time.
So we can also like make this to where periodically he is told to replace like these gas canisters, right? And the gas canisters are for the, like he's like, what are these for? Blah 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 blah. He's like, oh, you're not allowed to know. Just replace
maybe he
them,
drops one and knocks the nozzle off, and it like starts fucking with him.
Yeah, but it's supposed to keep the creatures like of those cryptids like kind of like sedated. Yeah. Because they are stronger than, you know, they need something to kind of keep these things in check and controlled. So
I like that.
And
I like that a lot.
I don't know, something to kind of like, because it wouldn't make sense if there wasn't something to kind of keep them controlled, and they're like this powerful.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh, we got to throw in something to kind of keep them.
Yeah.
And maybe with that gas that they have is like a bunch of it, and that's what causes like it mixtures with the inactive volcano, and it just kind of like reacts even more.
See, I was almost thinking like the destruction. Well, we could tie it in to where the shutdown protocol is just fire.
Oh yeah,
like burn it all in this one room. But it travels through that gas because that gas wasn't turned off because he kept it running.
Yes.
And then it like travels back, explodes, and then that's what awakens the volcano. It's like the first like, and then it's like,
oh.
But he like, but that's the thing. I want everybody to die at the end. I want everybody to go up in that wall of fire, and then Bat Squatch is the one thing that survives. You know. But then I want to like supercut all the sightings of it, like time frame with like live action, like 30-second snippets, 30-second snippet, 30-second snippet, 30-second snippet, 30-second snippet. And it's like all the different happenings of all the sightings and everything. And then like, you know, based on whatever, but poof, and then that's where the movie would end. It's like Andy the intern works really, really hard for 30 years, becomes government, like top government clearance, gets access to this room, and this thing's been talking to him for the last decade. And he's just like freaking out. His marriage fell apart. His kids hate him. He's at work, and then he finds the thing that he's been connecting with, the sentient Bat Squatch, and he lets it out, and it fucks everything up.
That is... I like the title of it too, the Black Door Project.
Yep. It's just a black metal door with a key card clearance and two guys with MP7s on either side.
I like it. Yeah.
But like you could tie in like the reverse engineering of XYZ projects, and maybe he's finding like Russian sleep control or sleep experiments. He's finding mind control experiments. MK Ultra went off and actually worked in certain circumstances. But like through his time, he's uncovering mystery after mystery after mystery after mystery. And he's like, man, that's crazy. That actually worked. Like I read about that. Like they put it out in the press that failed. And then his mentor's like, yeah, we got to tell him a lot of times it fails.
Right.
Because a lot of times it succeeds.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh shit. And then you could link it to like, Area 51 and over here and over there and over here and over there. And it's like, you just look at it like America, and it's like this big, like, veiny network of all these different labs with all these different tunnels that all connect to one another. And it's like, well, how the fuck? Like, and then, we're research and development, but we're developing hybrids. Why are we developing hybrids? Because we can control them and have them do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It's so much easier. think of the 80s. We didn't think that we'd have drones like we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's easier for us to send this like sedated, fucking muscled out bat as a singular thing with C4 strapped to its chest and have it link itself to the side of a building and blow up.
Well, they had that Texas incident. The Air Force, or not Air Force, one of the military bases where they strap like some type of bombs to bat.
Yeah.
They did do that.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize, like, oh, it backfired because they left it on there and it just ignited everything and just it was
yeah, that's kind of my idea, is that they go to go do that, and then like yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like following him, but he's like getting these weird, and he keeps seeing the names over and over and over again in different reports, and he's like, what the fuck are these? And like nobody's gonna answer him, so he kind of goes on that like sleuthing thing, but he's like, I gotta figure this out, and he
right,
and he goes down to it, always goes back to the fucking black door, and finally he gains entrance to it, and then it's like boom. It's like, oh my god, we are playing God and we cannot do this, we have to end this, get him out.
Yeah.
But like, how cool would it be to like have all the like the mainstay cryptids, like you have like a pack of chupacabras, you know, like vampire dogs that like you see them feed them a goat and they just all latch onto it and just drain it dry. You have Sasquatch just like sitting on a pine log.
Ooh.
You know, you have like fucking like I said, the Mongolian death worm would be a crazy one. Like have a gigantic fucking tank and you just have this big ass worms coiled up, like the dune worm.
Oh, different cryptids.
Yeah,
in there,
like you have Mothman, you have Bat Squatch, you have this, you have that, you have aliens. Like, I mean, you could throw anything and everything into this fucking room.
Yeah.
They have werewolves, you know, like they have
it's just a dude.
Yeah, it's just a dude with a furry chest, and he's like, hey, what's up, Frank? I wonder where you been. I'm so hungry. Like, that's a werewolf right there. I'm just hairy.
Not even a werewolf.
Shut up, werewolf. They just got a shot collar on him.
Place.
Place. Kettle. Damn it.
But
I'm trying to think of what other cryptids would be cool to see in there, because like now my mind's going to like horror movies like Hellraisers, and you know,
I think a lot of them.
Oh my god, could you imagine if they had like a fucking Knucklevi in there, like the skinless horse with the human grafted to its back? That would be
no, because the fact that the government could control that and capture that, it's like the SCP.
It's not that they captured it. It's that they made it.
Oh.
They have a big old record of all these things that have existed that have gone extinct, and they're like, nah, man, we're making it again. We're making them. We're bringing them back. And it's like, what do you mean we're bringing them back? We're bringing them back. And then like he sees the fucking Knucklevi, and it's just like a skinless dude grafted to the back of a horse. It's got all these fucking IVs and everything like into it, and it's just pumping fluids and keeping everything running. And then the head's just like, and looks at him like, ow.
Oh.
No, I hate it. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
they're making them.
Not.
It's not that they captured a lot of, like, some of them they captured, yes, but a lot of them they're making.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like, how do we keep the heart pumping in the human when brain function ceases? Well, how do we make it so they're not having to be hooked up to machines forever? Because you're zombies. You know what I mean? Like, you start to have kind of like that.
Different cryptids,
yeah, different cryptids, different creatures, different entities, different things that have kind of spanned time that the government's trying to piecemeal together and make again to see if they can weaponize it.
You might as well just make the leaders of the government part of the cryptids.
Yeah,
like
they're crab people or lizard folk. Aliens.
Just I don't really have anything like my movie idea. I'm drawing blank on this. I'll be real, because I also was thinking about doing a government like an underground lab deal, and they're just like a lot of it is just dealing with genetically splicing stuff. Mostly with bats. Bats, all this other easily accessible animals, of course, right?
Bats, rats, snakes.
Yes. I think the reason that they go mostly is because it's air. They're like, oh, we need more flying. We want to see what we can do with genetically enhancing flying different creatures, or see if we can give like wings and all that stuff, blah blah blah, to other type creatures, you know. So that's why they deal with a lot of bats, birds, whatever, right? And the bats, they genetically enhance it to different like stuff, like I don't even know, bears, all that stuff, to see what sticks. They're just throwing stuff at the wall, but that's their premise of genetically splicing things together and or making their own genetics. You know,
I almost have I have another idea of doing it like hyper sci-fi, right? Where they have the technology, right? But the people have to you're gonna pay somebody as a human. You're gonna be like, I want the ability to fly. And you're gonna have this fucked up doctor who's like, I can make that happen. I'm gonna graft these wings onto your back, and you're gonna lose a little bit of your soul, a little bit of humanity.
Essentially mutations. Yeah, you're gonna have a mutation.
Yeah, we're gonna what? Yeah, yes and no. We're gonna graft it onto your back. It's gonna work, but it's gonna suck. And they're out there like hollowing out bones and everything else. But you have I'm almost wondering if you have like evil sci-fi doctor, right? That's doing all this shit, running this whole program. He's making people into these monsters, but then he's also like removing cognitive function so then he can control them, right?
It's almost like their animal instincts kind of start taking over, though. They start gaining animal instincts, and it takes over their. But
he's, hey, friend, I got to administer this to you because this is going to help the recovery process,
right?
And he's giving them these like drugs that are letting the primal instincts come over, but then like some people can suppress it and kind of fight it, and they're his successful projects that he's keeping out front, right? Ooh. But then like one dude kind of keeps going through all this stuff, and he's like self-medicates with some street whatever. Like maybe he has bat wings and he's like, I'm gonna fly like fucking great, but then it's like, hey, I can't afford that. He's extorting money, like I can't afford the XYZ.
Yeah.
Like let me go to the street, it has it, and then it mutates him into like Bat Squatch, like the actual Bat Squatch, and then he's did that camera just die? Technical difficulties.
Yeah, our batteries are dying, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I didn't have a movie idea that well, except for
we'll just directed by Tyler and Anthony.
I'm attached to the movie.
Yeah, we'll do this one. It's a duo. It's a duo.
Yeah. But that's gonna be pretty much it, right? Of the, what's it called? The good old Bat Squatch. If you guys enjoyed this episode of the Ghosts and Ghouls podcast, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on our other social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and then for the audio listeners, we're on everything, like I said: iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, Audible, Spotify.
Anywhere you get your podcast from, really.
Absolutely.
If you need, we're going to start posting links to it in all our descriptions. So if you need a link to something on somewhere, we're just going to post it in descriptions.
Absolutely.
And comments and stuff. So you can just go there and follow all of our stuff. Because, for our audio people that don't know what we look like, you can come watch on YouTube. It's kind of funny to see some face reactions that aren't actually that you can't really hear in audible form.
Yeah.
For some of us that watch us on YouTube, we're kind of ugly. So you could watch it, you could listen to us versus actually watching us.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's also a great way to stay up to date on everything we do. So Ghosts and Ghouls season 1, baby.
Season 1, episode
official
1.
Season 1.
Really?
So now we know our wonderful viewers and you. We're doing North America.
So, all right. Starting in North America.
We're starting in North America. Let's see if I can pull out 52 fucking cryptids or entities out of North America. All right, that's it. Ghosts and Ghouls.
Yeah.
Basquatch.